Good afternoon, everyone. So someone else asked a question over on RunWriter about the Futaba 8FG and timers. Specifically asked, I want to be able to program a 5-minute timer if I'm flying in normal mode, and a 4-minute timer if I'm flying in idle up 1 or 2, with throttle hold pausing the timer. So with that, we're going to go ahead and program this 8FG. Let's go ahead and power on the 8FG, and we're going to create a new model memory. Going to go ahead and accept all the defaults. As you can see, we have a new model memory, no timers are set. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and create a 5-minute timer for normal mode and a 4-minute timer for stunt 1, or idle up 1 and 2. So I'll go over to ST1. I like to have a countdown timer, so I'll set that to down. He said 5 minutes, so I'm going to go to 5 minutes. Right now we have a 5-minute timer that has no starts or stops. Being as in normal mode, I'm not going to set it to switch. I'm going to set it to throttle here, which is J3. So select J3, on, off. You'll notice the off and on are reversed, so let's go ahead and reverse the positions. And then we have to set a position for it to turn on. Right now you notice as I go up and down, the cursor's there. This area is off. So we're going to set it down close to all the way off and set it for there. So this is timer off area, and this is on area. So this is where we'll be flying, and we should be landed on the ground in normal mode. So now we have a starting for the timer. You notice it's already started counting down. We also want to stop. He mentioned throttle hold. Throttle hold is SG. So I'll go ahead and select FG, on, off. So right now the stick's all the way back, so it's off. Let's turn the middle position to on and on. So this will be on and on. Go back. And so now you have it. So the timer starts and stops. So starts and stops. You can also set a reset. A lot of times I'll use SD or SA. So for this one I'll say SD and set a off on position right in here. So now I can reset the timer as well. So there's one timer for 5 minutes in normal mode. We need to go do the other timer. Okay, so start that other timer. This can be a timer for idle up 1 and 2. So right now you'll see ST2 says 0. Let's go ahead and program it. He wanted a 4-minute timer, so I'm going to count down for 4 minutes. And the start I'm going to use as the idle up switch over here. So that is SE. So, and you'll see that. So right now that's normal position. Here's idle up 1. We'll go ahead and turn it on, and idle up 2. So you can go idle up 1 and 2, and it'll stay going. Go backwards. Now you see it's already started counting down. I flip the switch. It counts down. He wants throttle hold as a stop. So back to SG again. Off, on. Reverse that, and oop. We now have throttle hold as our stop. So you can go out, and let's go ahead and set a reset. We'll make SA the reset this time. You could make it SD, but that means you reset both timers at the same time. And I don't always like doing that. So there's off, on, and now we have a reset. So now we have 2 timers. Okay, so one of the gotchas of this timer setup is flipping between the modes and doing things like auto rotation practice. So I'll give you a bit of a scenario here. Let's say we go ahead and we spool up. We're going to go fly our helicopter around. You notice the normal timer started. I'll go ahead and flip it to idle 1. You'll see it start counting down. And we're out flying around. We say, hey, I want to do an auto rotation. So you get it high up in the air. Flip throttle hold, see throttle comes on, you see that both the timers stop, and we're going ahead, we're coming down, we'll land the helicopter. So now the helicopter's back on the ground, and the timers are still stopped. If we flip out of throttle hold and go back straight to idle 1, you'll notice that none of the timers will stop. So none of the timers started, and we'd spool up, and the normal timer will start because it's running on the stick position, but the idle 1 timer will not. Instead, there's a way usually I deal with this on the ground. So once I've landed, I may flip back. So now my stick is in normal mode, but as far as the transmitter shows, I'm still in throttle hold. So I'll flip back to idle 1. You'll see the timer started again. I may even do that. Now I'll flip out of hold, and it goes back out of 1. My helicopter's spooling up, and I'm going back up to fly. That's one way you can deal with it. Thanks for watching.